Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 5515. Alright, so this had a liquid spill on it. I already opened it up and repaired the liquid spill, but we do need to replace the battery on here. So I got a replacement battery. I left the connector and everything in there. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. Alright, I like to flip it around so that the hinge is facing away from me. And we'll undo the screws. We're going to be using a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver. You want to get a good screwdriver, because if you use the bad screwdriver that's not the right size, you can strip the screws and you can make it to where you can't open this anymore. Alright, anyways, keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So the two corner ones here, they stay attached and they help just pop up the case. You can see how it pulled it up a little bit. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get the rest of the screws out. Okay, alright, if this video helps you out, again, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their device as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in closer because it's a close look at random stuff. Alright, and yeah, that'll really help me out. Okay, anyways, now that we got all the screws out, we're going to go ahead and pop the bottom cover off. I found the best way to do this is to slowly, carefully open up the laptop, and then I'll get my fingernails in the gap between the bottom cover and the palm rest, and I'll push with my thumb here. So we'll go like this, okay, and we'll work our way down the side to try and undo the clips, okay, and don't push, make sure you don't push on the touchpad because you don't want to end up breaking that, okay. So once we get that out, sorry, I'm not using my left hand because I heard it playing pickleball too much, and yeah, now it hurts. Alright, anyways, we're gonna work our way up. There we go. If for some reason the corner's staying, you might want to try twisting the screw again because sometimes it just locks itself back down. Okay, so there we go, and there's that cover off. Alright, so here's what the inside looks like. As you can see, again, we did take out the battery. I'll go over a few components inside, but let's go ahead and take this out. You'll see me remove the battery. We're going to switch over to a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to undo those screws. Okay. You'll see me put the battery in, and you'll just have to know from that how you would take the battery out. So there's 3 screws along the top of the battery, and then 2 screws along the bottom. Okay. Also, the touchpad is removable, so I had to remove that to clean it because they spilled coffee in through the touchpad. They got lucky that the board didn't get any bad damage. Okay, there's some adhesive here, and then another piece of tape under there on the other side that hold it down, but there's these 2 screws here and then these 3 screws here. Once you remove those, you can actually just pull the touchpad out. There's a little plastic that sticks out, so you have to go at an angle and then slide it out that way. But yeah, alright, there's the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery. This connector, you kind of just wiggle and pull it out. Red wires going towards the outside of the laptop, black wires going towards the middle, so if you replace that, keep that in mind. This I/O board connector has a little flip latch, so you peel up the adhesive and then there's a little bar that you need to flip up before you can pull that out. This is for the fingerprint reader power button connector. It looks like the white side is the flip latch to undo that, and then you can pull that out. You might have to undo that adhesive as well. 1 speaker here, wireless antenna here. For the speaker, there's a wire going along here, and then it plugs there, and then the blue and white ones go to the other speaker here. It looks like there's 2 slots for SSDs here. This one supports the 2230 SSD and the 2280 SSD. Okay, so, and then the smaller, I don't know what the sizes of these are, but usually this little metal plate here that you see there, you can slide that out and then flip it around. But if you want to use the longer SSD, you'd have to first undo this screw. The SSD will pop up slightly, you can pull it out, and then you see that little dimple, you'll have to lift that up while you pull that thing back, and then you can actually slide it into this one. Okay, so you see how it has these 3 little holes in there. Okay, wireless card is here. 1 screw, this plate comes out, then you can pull the antennas out from the tail. So you would go up here, and then this one you go from here. CPU, GPU are under here. It looks like this doesn't have a dedicated GPU, but the CPU is here. It's soldered to the board, and then there's obviously the fan there with the fan connector here. This is the other end of the I/O board. Or I/O connector. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it has the same connector, but actually it might not. Actually, okay, it does. You see that? Okay, so it has also that little flip latch that goes in front that you would flip up and then pull it back. Okay, what else do we got here? Obviously other wireless antenna there, and then that speaker. Keyboard backlight connector, there's a flip latch here, then you can pull it out. Keyboard connector, flip latch is on this side, you can pull it out. Touchpad, trackpad connector, flip it here, and you can pull that out. The only other, the other things here, the RAM. And then we got the 2 connectors there, I'll show in a bit. So let's zoom in. The RAM just has these little flaps. To remove it, you just pull these 2 tabs to the side. The RAM will pop up. Then you can pull it out. I'm going to put that back in. To put it back, make sure it's in all the way. I like to wiggle it while I'm pushing it that way. And then click it down. All right. Also, I don't think I mentioned what type of RAM. This is PC4 3200AA RAM. You should be okay upgrading to any PC4 3200AA RAM. So if you want to, you can get 2 16 gigs. I think this just has 2 4 gig sticks. I don't know if they have larger capacities. If they do, you should be able to upgrade to that as well. This is the LCD LVDS connector. If you're going to mess with this, very important, disconnect the battery, open the laptop, press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds. Then you can go ahead and peel this up, flip the little latch, and then pull it back. This one, I believe, is the DC jack charge port connector here. Yep. To remove that, you do need to undo the hinge screws here, and then you can rotate the hinge up. If you're not able to flip the hinge up, one way I found is open the laptop slightly, undo the screws, and then close it, and then the hinge will stay slightly up. You can get your finger under there and twist it backwards. Then you'll be able to get the DC jack charge port out. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and install the battery because that's what we came here for. And hopefully the battery is the only issue. It didn't fry any other circuitry that goes from the battery into the board, because the computer, I had my customer use it after I did the repair, and they said everything looks good. So if the battery gets replaced, it should solve the issue. Okay, so let's get the replacement battery here. Okay, so this battery is a little tricky. Hopefully the cable is okay. Because yeah, this whole part that they had on their original battery, it got like all covered in liquid. So this connector, as you can see, it slides, okay? I don't know if you can see that. This thing just slides up and down to help hold the connector in place. If you look at this, the connector got some corrosion on one of the pins. I scraped it all up. That's why it's less shiny, to try and get the corrosion off. And now the copper underneath is exposed. So anyways, make sure this latches all the way. I'm going to try and do it down here so it's a little more steady. Okay, but basically make sure that metal tab is slid down, and then we're going to get that in there. Okay, make sure to have this follow the guides, all right, to hold it in place, just like this. All right, and now the battery cable is installed there. And then once you get that all lined up, you just slide this metal thing over on top of it, and that will hold that pressure down on top of the connector. Okay, so you can use your fingernail or a little tool to help push this. Some people tell me to use plastic tools, but fingernails, you have a lot more better sense of how much force you're putting on this stuff. So to me, fingernails work way better. I don't know why you would use plastic pry tools unless you just cut your fingernails too short and don't have them to use. All right, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get the battery in. So the battery, you need to slide it under these little tabs here. Okay, so going that way, slide that in, and then, okay, drop that down. Good. And then the battery connector, you just line it up. Make sure you pinch both sides like this, and I like to push it in, make sure it goes in evenly. I've seen some people that came back to me and they tried to install the battery themselves. They basically pushed it in diagonal, and then it bent the pins inside there, and then you end up with some problems. So anyways, now we got to get the battery screws back in, we'll power it up and make sure everything's good, and that should be all there is to it. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, again, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their device as well. Alright, and if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Again, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Again, I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More, same profile picture but zoomed in, because yeah, it's pretty much a close-up look of stuff. I'm currently posting those videos on this channel as well, but I'm hoping to eventually split them off to their own channel. And yeah, alright, the battery's installed. Let's go ahead and see if it powers up okay. Also, you don't want to smash this piece that before this was on top of the screw, so that's why I pulled it up slightly if you're wondering. Okay, I do see the keyboard lit up. That's a good sign. It's going to turn itself off, I think. Oh, actually it turned itself on already. Okay, so we should be good to go. It turned itself on, it's running on the battery. Now we just got to get the bottom cover and we're good to go. Again, you want to switch back to the PH0, JS0 screwdriver. Alright, and yeah, again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. You're welcome to stay as I get all the bottom cover screws back in, but that's pretty much it. Alright, line this up. Just click everything back in. You kind of want to push towards the center as you click it down, okay? That helps the clips go in without getting too much force on it, okay? So I'm always like pulling in towards the center as I click the clips back in. Okay, we're going to do the corner ones first. That one, okay, looks good. And also I like to twist the screw backwards if you notice. So that way, once you hear it click, that means it fell into the threading and it's not going to cross thread or strip it out. Oh, why did my screen share thing froze, so I'm not sure. Okay, I am recording. It's good. So let's get the last few screws and we should be good to go. Alright. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I know my kind of videos aren't the kind that people will watch for fun, so I'm not too sure who would be sharing this content. But if you can share it, maybe you know a place that works on computers, I don't know, or a friend that likes to work on computers. If you share it to them, hopefully this will help them with working on their computers or other things in the future. So yeah, let's get the last few screws in. Last one. Alright, and that's all there is to it. Let me see, maybe we'll get a thumbnail of the keyboard itself. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.